Welcome back to Spoiler Free Wrestling, everyone. And New Japan Pro Wrestling has unveiled the full card for the G1 Supercard from Madison Square Garden. They held a press conference earlier today. Several additions to the lineup have been made, including a match between Kota Ibushi and Tetsuya Naito for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship. And also, Evil and Sonata and Mark and Jay Briscoe were each added to the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions versus ROH Tag Team Champions match as well. We've got a British Heavyweight Championship match that was added. Let's just run down the full card from the G1 Supercard. So we will get an Honor Rumble. So this is similar to a Royal Rumble type situation. Jushin Liger is the only wrestler announced for the Honor Rumble thus far. We're going to get a Never Openweight Champion versus ROH TV title champion match, as Will Ospreay will go up against Jeff Cobb. Now, this is an interesting match, as each promotion is really building up this title holder as someone who could take the next step in their promotion. Can Will Ospreay be a guy who's right there at the top with names like Tetsuya Naito or Kazuchika Okada or Hiroshi Tanahashi? And same goes for Jeff Cobb in Ring of Honor. Jeff Cobb, by the year's end, could easily be the ROH World Champion. So there's a lot on the line for each guy. Of course, Ospreay, Cobb wrestles in New Japan Pro Wrestling as well. Ospreay's appeared in Ring of Honor. Ospreay wrestles all across the world, of course. So who comes out the winner between Will Ospreay and Jeff Cobb? That's a good question. Dalton Castle versus Roush. This was announced by Ring of Honor yesterday, or over the weekend, actually. And this stems from during the Roush versus Bandito match at Ring of Honor's recent 17th anniversary pay-per-view. Dalton Castle was on commentary. Roush picked up the victory. Roush still undefeated in Ring of Honor. Dalton Castle, who has been on something of a losing skid as of late, came out and said Roush was just the kind of guy that he thinks he needs to challenge himself with. So we're going to get Dalton Castle versus Roush inside Madison Square Garden as Dalton Castle looks to right the ship and get back into his winning ways, and Roush just wants to continue on his trajectory that he's been in since arriving in Ring of Honor. A win over a former ROH World Champion might be all he needs to get himself into the world title picture. The Women of Honor World Championship will be on the line as Mayu Iwatani, assuming that she can come out of her Stardom title defense. She will be defending the WOH World Championship inside Korakuen Hall on March the 28th. Provided she is able to successfully defend her title that night, she will once again meet Kelly Cline for the Women of Honor World Championship. Iwatani pulled up the surprise roll-up victory over Cline on the 17th anniversary pay-per-view recently after Cline had dominated for much of the match. Bully Ray has an open challenge out there asking for anyone to meet him in a New York City street fight. There will be an IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match. This had been previously announced, as Taiji Ishimori will defend his title against both Dragon Lee and Bandito. As we talked about at the top of this video, the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions versus ROH World Tag Team Champions match will now be a four-way match. Whoever wins this will come away with both the IWGP and the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. The teams will be the Gorillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa, going up against the ROH Tag Team Champions of PCO and Brody King. They are Villain Enterprises. And then the Briscoes, who are the former 10-time ROH World Tag Team Champions, will go up against the former IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions, Evil and Sonata. Then for the British Heavyweight Championship, Zack Sabre Jr. will defend against the man who defeated him in the New Japan Cup this year, Hiroshi Tanahashi. And for the IWGP Intercontinental Championship, Tetsuya Naito is going to put his title on the line against Kota Ibushi. For the Ring of Honor World Championship, a triple threat ladder match between Jay Lethal, Matt Taven, and Marty Scurll will take place. And of course, the big IWGP Heavyweight Championship match now scheduled for the G1 Supercard from Madison Square Garden will be Switchblade Jay White from Bullet Club defending against the winner of the 2019 New Japan Cup, Kazuchika Okada. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, everyone, to make sure you don't miss out on any news or reports from Spoiler Free Wrestling.